Aloha one, aloha all. Michael Everard, your friendly neighborhood philosopher here to talk about a concept, and it's basically about free will. So, what I want to do is touch on the idea that anything is possible and always being open to anything. So, whenever we find ourselves in a place where we're disturbed, where we're miserable, or we feel like we're suffering, we do have the capacity to view that as an opportunity to exercise our free will and our ability to redefine the terms of this agreement that we have with God. And that agreement is simple. It is basically our soul contract where we get to live life on life's terms. We get to choose whatever we want to do. And we don't have to think or worry about any person or governmental agency taking away our rights, because our God given rights are eternal. And there is a struggle, and there are situations where innocent beings are being hurt. And we do have the ability to intervene. That's something that we can do. If we see somebody that's being abused, like a child, for example, we do have the ability to step in and stop that. What I want to do today is clarify the power of observation and remind people to use their imagination in order to formulate the understanding and to know the difference between what you think is really happening versus what is actually occurring. So if we take a look at this piece of amethyst here, it is not perfectly spherical, it's imperfectly spherical, and it also has various pieces of other crystals other than amethyst itself. It looks like it has some white crystal formations. And I want you to think about your own reality from a standpoint of what I call neutral observational perception. I want you to place yourself in the middle of this sphere and think about your ability of perception and perspective. So your ability to perceive reality begins with the recognition that your perception is a lens. It basically receives the information through all of your senses, not just your sense of sight, and it converts the signal into a more resonant form of language called sound. So if, for example, you can place yourself inside this sphere and the sphere and remain still, the sphere can move, which will give you the opportunity to basically see in all directions over time. It takes time. It takes time to experience anything. Without time, you have no opportunity to experience reality. So time is part of the equation here. If you are patient and you pay attention and you observe long enough, you will eventually see every piece of this sphere from the inside out. Now, if the sphere is not moving, but you have the ability to move inside the sphere, same thing applies. You will eventually see every part of the inside of this sphere. you basically just learned the power of relativity. So both special relativity and general relativity have to do with the point of reference, the frame of reference of the observer to what is being observed. So if you are inside a sphere and you are motionless, but the sphere is moving, it's going to be, from your perspective, exactly the same experience as if you are inside a sphere that is motionless and you are moving. So you just learned some physics. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Remember that free will is the opportunity to experience whatever you wish. Causality is basically the opportunity to experience the consequences of those actions. So if you love others, you're going to feel loved. If you hate others, you're going to feel that others hate you. And it's that simple. So with that, I'm going to say namaste.